Okay, you guys, so in this lesson, we're going to go over how to do product research using the Viral Launch keyword research software. So the first thing that we want to do is, just like we use merchant words or the Amazon auto search bar research strategy, what we want to do is we want to get a list of keywords and seed keywords that we can actually plug in to begin doing product research. So the way that we do that is either, you can look around and try to find something to begin doing product research for, or you can just type in on Google, random word generator, and then come up with keywords that way. If you already have a few websites that you like to use, again, I like to use momswhothink.com. They have a list of adjectives, nouns, verbs, adverbs, every single possible type of word that you could think of. Momswhothink.com have a list. And then I also have my handy dandy list of nouns, and it's a PDF that I found a while back. So we can use this for product research as well. So we're just going to go ahead and use my list of nouns for this example. So the first thing that we want to do is just grab a keyword from this list and begin doing product research. So what I would do is I would just grab the first keyword that I see. Let's go ahead and try with the letter A. Let's use ankle. So if you just take the word ankle and you plug that into keyword research on Viral Launch, then what's going to happen is the software is going to propagate a bunch of different search terms, either related to the keyword ankle or phrases that have the word ankle in it. So it's going to propagate it's going to propagate hundreds of different search results, but we don't want to have to sift through all of that data manually. So what we're going to do is let the software do all the work for us, and we're going to set criteria for a keyword. So what you do is right here where it says add filter, you click this orange button, and then in the field you put exact volume, operator, greater than or equal to, and then the value 5,000. So what this is going to do is it's only going to show keywords with search volume of over 5,000 exact monthly searches. So the next thing we want to do is we don't want to just stop there with criteria. We want to add another filter because we want to be as dialed in and as specific as possible. So the next criteria we're going to set is the opportunity score, and we're going to set that for greater than or equal to 400. And if you don't know what the opportunity score is already, what it is Viral Launch gives you a score based on how much opportunity you have to actually rank your product on page 1 search results for this specific keyword. So if you have a opportunity score, let's filter by opportunity score. So ankle boots for, let's see what the phrase is, ankle boots for women. With an opportunity score of 994, it's out of 1,000. So a 994 would mean that there is a ton of opportunity, that if you just put the word ankle boots for women in your listing, then you would gain a lot of keyword ranking for that search term, and you'd probably rank on page 1 almost immediately. And the reason that it's so easy to rank for that keyword is probably because nobody else is putting this either search term or search phrase or keyword in their listing title. So nobody's actually getting the maximum amount of rank that they could. So just by putting this keyword in your title, you'd be getting much more keyword ranking for this search term than all of your competitors. So this is really effective for long tail phrases because, in aggregate, if you have over 100 long tail phrases that are all getting, 1,000 monthly searches per month, then you could, that's 100,000 monthly searches that you could possibly be ranking on page 1 for. So that's why we want to set the opportunity score of at least 400. Anything below that, there's usually not a lot of opportunity. So that's kind of what we're looking for when we're using this software, when we're using keyword research, is the exact search volume, the opportunity score, and then the last thing is the suggested CPC bid. So this is going to kind of give you an overview of how competitive the market is, because if the suggested CPC bid is really high, what that means is that there is a lot of people bidding for this exact search term, which probably means that there's a lot of competition. So anything above like 65 cents starts to get a little bit more competitive, but it also depends on your price. So 65 cents for a $20 price point is starting to get competitive, anything above that. But if it was 65-cent bid for a $50 price point, there's still a lot more room to make profit. So you have to factor in your price and know that the suggested CPC bid is commensurate with your final sale price. So what we're going to do is, since we already have these filters set, then we can just filter by the exact search volume, and we'll look at the highest search volume first and descend down to the lowest search volume. So again, we want to find kind of like random keywords or search terms or phrases. So socks, men, that's obviously going to be oversaturated. Anklets, woman, we'll go ahead and check that out. You can just hit view on Amazon. Anklet bracelets, 8,000 monthly searches, opportunity score of 964, but a kind of a high CPC bid, but we'll just check it out anyways. And ankle weights for women, opportunity score of 704, exact monthly search volume of 7,000, and there's not even a CPC bid, a suggested bid, which probably means that there's not enough data to actually give an accurate bid price. And what that usually means is, when there's not enough data, is that there's not that many people bidding for this keyword or this search phrase. And if I ever say keyword, search term, search phrase, they all mean the same thing, just a heads up. So you can see before we actually put our filters in with the exact search volume of being over 5,000 and the opportunity score of being over 400, there were hundreds of different phrases, but since we set our criteria, it gave us less than 20 different search phrases, and that's going to kind of narrow us in, and it's going to filter out all of the junk and just give us exactly what we want to see. So the next thing we do is go and check out the actual products that we potentially found. So the first thing you want to do is just run the Jungle Scout Chrome extension or the Viral Launch Chrome extension. And you can see on the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, for this keyword or search term, the reviews are already pretty high. You can see everything's over 100, so obviously not a good market to get into just looking at the reviews on the front end of Jungle Scout's Chrome extension. So we could count out this product. So the next one is ankle bracelets for women. So we will just run the Jungle Scout Chrome extension again. So we can see right away, low reviews, but also pretty low revenue. So everything looks, decent on the front end of Jungle Scout. So we'll go ahead and also run the Viral Launch Chrome extension. And then something to kind of note of is the opportunity score. Jungle Scout's giving you a 6 with medium competition and medium demand. So that's just something to kind of take note of. So if we run the Viral Launch Chrome extension, the first thing we want to do again is go to detailed statistics. Then we're going to look at the market overall. So we can see right away average revenue $1,400, average price $12, and then average review count 55. So the review count fits within our criteria, but the revenue and the price does not fit within our product criteria. So we're going to count this product out as well. Then we'll move on to the next one. And then this was just anklets, ankle bracelets, kind of the same thing. So we'll just count this market out. So sometimes you're just not going to find, any products with one search term, but you just got to keep looking. So we'll try and find another keyword to begin searching. So I just kind of use one keyword per beginning letter. So since we just use A, we'll go to B. Let's go ahead and use something random. Balloons, balls, bandanas, band-aid, barn, bat, bathtub. Let's use barn. So just grab this keyword, plug it into Viral Launch Keyword Research, hit enter. And then again, we're just going to really quickly set our market filters. So we're going to hit add filter here. First filter we want to set is exact search volume. So we're going to hit exact volume, greater than or equal to, and then 5,000, because we want to find products that are doing that have at least 5,000 monthly searches. And then add another filter, and then a filter by opportunity score, and greater than or equal to again, and 400, because we want to find products that haven't been oversaturated. And then again, we'll just filter by exact search volume, which is already filtered by descending. So you can see right here, Viral Launch kind of gives related searches also, even if the keyword isn't in the phrase. So Little People Toys, we could check that out. Fisher Price Toys, that's a brand, so we were not going to check that out. Barn Door Handle, we'll check out Barn Door Handle. Farm Animals, let's see what this keyword is. Farm Animals for Toddlers, so that might be interesting. We'll check this out. but you can see right away a high CPC bid. So what that probably means is that the market is pretty saturated already, but we'll just check it out anyways. And then lastly, Farm Toys, we'll check that one out also. So the first one is Farm Toys, and we can see Lego is already in the sponsor, so I would not recommend anybody to compete with any known brand such as Lego. And then we could also see Melissa and Doug is in here, I saw. So this would immediately, we would count this product out. So the next product is Farm Animals for Toddlers. We will go ahead and check this out. We're just going to check out the market as a whole immediately using the Viral Launch Chrome extension. So again, we click on the Viral Launch Chrome extension and then we go to detailed statistics. It's giving us a 3.5 stars out of 5. Looking at our criteria, average revenue, $13,500. So meets our criteria. Average price, $19, meets our criteria. And then average review count, 215 reviews on average for each listing. So that does not meet our criteria and we'd have to count this product out. So the next one is this barn door handle. So these are just handles for barn doors. So we'll just check out the Viral Launch Chrome extension. And we'll also check out the Jungle Scout Chrome extension on this one because we haven't been using that. So when we're using the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, we're just going to be looking at the revenue and the reviews and using that kind of as a gauge to see where we're at with product research. So if this decides to work, so we can see the revenue, a lot of them are doing high revenue. Some of them aren't. You can see right here, this one's only doing 1,500, 3,000, but for the most part, most products are doing about $5,000 on average, it looks like. And then looking at the reviews, for the most part, all reviews are under 100 except for 2 listings. So that is actually a really good sign right away. High revenue, low reviews, that's what we're looking for. And then looking at the opportunity score, giving us a 7 medium demand with low competition. So that is a good sign. And then if we pulled up the Viral Launch Chrome extension for barn door handle, we could see exact search volume 7.8 thousand, product idea score of 4 stars. And then looking at the detailed stats, we'll check out our market criteria. So we can see the average revenue is $3,700, so a little bit below our range of $5,000 minimum revenue. Average price $22, so that meets our criteria. And then average review count, 43 reviews on average for each listing. So that also meets our criteria. So this would actually be potentially a good product to get into if you're just a new seller. It's not that competitive, just looking at the overall market. It doesn't meet our criteria in terms of price or average revenue, I should say, but it's still gonna be giving you $3,700 per month. So just because my criteria is $5,000 monthly revenue, it doesn't mean that your criteria should be $5,000 monthly revenue, especially if the profit margins are higher for this product. Sometimes you could be making the exact same amount of money with a lower revenue product but has higher profit margins. So this is a good sign. So whenever it looks good on page 1 listings, we could also look at top 10 listings. So for top 10 listings, we could see average revenue $3,900, average price $21, and then average review count 53. So that also looks good. Revenue's a bit low, but you're still making revenue. And then the top 5 listings, average revenue $5,525. So that does meet our criteria. Average price $22, and then the average review count 86 reviews. So on top 5 listings meets our criteria. So this is actually a good sign, and this would be a good product to further pursue. So the next thing we could do is check out the market trends and then look at some of the stats here. So you can see the price has been increasing by 16% over the last 90 days. So that's indicative of a healthy market, which is a great sign. The best-selling period is August. So that just passed, but looking at the estimated sales trend, it looks consistent year round. And then the average rate of review increased 7.4. So that is also indicative of a healthy and a growing market with good sales and good sales volume. And then looking at the annual sales trend, 150% year over year, which basically means that the market is growing, which also means that you could potentially grow your revenue every year by 150%. So that is a great sign. Looking at the Viral Launch analysis, It's saying there are products with a high review rating. Be sure to take your time to source a high quality product. So what that means is, on average for these products, they're getting not high reviews, but high review ratings. So the rating is 4.72 stars on average for page one, which means that a lot of products are getting 5 stars. So you want to make sure that if you were to compete in this market, that you would get a product that is very high quality, to make sure that you're going to be getting high reviews as well. So, right off the bat, this actually looks like a great potential market to tap into. We would add this product to our cart and then actually go ahead and do market research on it later. But for now, we're going to try and find another product. And I can see Lego in this next product right here, Little People Toys. So we're just going to count this out immediately. So let's go ahead and try to find another product using the viral launch keyword research product research strategy. So let's use, this time let's go ahead and search for another one. Seeing grapes is kind of interesting. Helicopter might be interesting. Hips. Hoop would be an interesting one. It's pretty vague. Hose. Hot dog. Let's go ahead and use hoops or hoop. So if we just take the keyword hoop and then again just plug it into keyword research, hit enter. So what it's going to do is propagate all of the different keywords that are and search terms that are related to the keyword hoop. We can see there's hundreds, but what we're going to do is add our filters again. Again, first thing is exact search volume. We want to filter by greater than or equal to, and then 5,000. It's going to give us, only products that are and search terms that are doing over 5,000 monthly searches. And then the same thing again for the opportunity score. We're going to opportunity score greater than or equal to, and then 400, and then filter out. So the first thing I'm seeing is basketball hoop, so we'll check that out. Embroidery hoops, don't even know what that is, so we will check out that. Hoop earrings for, see what that is. Hoop earrings for women, I'm guessing that's pretty oversaturated. That's a pretty known product. Men earrings, that's kind of interesting. Let's see what's going on with that. But I high CPC bid, so probably a little bit saturated and competitive, I should say. Basketball goal hula hoops, interesting. Only a 31 cent CPC bid, 7,000 monthly searches, and an opportunity score of 951. So that's a good sign right there. Kids basketball. Let's see what this phrase is. Kids basketball hoop. So that might be interesting. You can see 5,000 monthly searches, opportunity score of 930, and a suggested CPC bid of 35 cents. So that's a good sign right there. Hula hoops for adults. We already did hula hoops, but we'll check this one out. Again, 5,000 monthly searches, 979 opportunity score, and then a suggested CPC bid of 46 cents. So good sign. And mini basketball hoop. So 5,000 monthly searches, opportunity score 400, so a little bit lower, but a very low CPC bid. So we'll check this out as well. So looking at the first one, mini basketball hoop, we're just going to go ahead and pull up the viral launch Chrome extension immediately and see what the overall market looks like. So looking at detailed stats, we can see page one listings, average revenue of $15,000, which is good. Average price of $26, and then the average review rating, the average review count, 550 reviews on average. So way above our criteria of 100 reviews maximum. So we're going to count this product out immediately. The next product was hula hoops for adults, and I think there was hula hoops here also. So we'll just put these two together, and we'll run the viral launch for hula hoops first because it is more broad of a search term for the same market. And then while we're waiting, we can also run the viral launch Chrome extension for hula hoops for adults and go back to hula hoops. Let's see what it's doing. So immediately product idea score of 4.5 stars. So that's a great sign immediately. Total search volume of 7,000 monthly searches, which is also over 5,000. So that meets our criteria. And then looking at the detailed stats, you see on page one, the average revenue is $8,000. So good sign. over $5,000 average revenue. The average price point is $22.75, which meets our minimum of $13 price point criteria. And then looking at the average review count of 61 reviews. So again, that's a great sign of a really healthy market. So from the market criteria and looking at the market. And looking at it from our criteria, it looks like a great market to potentially tap into. And we found this product, almost within 10-15 minutes of doing product research using this research method of just plugging in a keyword. So a great sign. So we'll look at the market trends next. See, the average price has decreased by 6% over the last 90 days. So sometimes not the best sign, but it doesn't mean to immediately count this product out. Low rate of review increase, and then annual sales trend of 100% year over year, which means that your revenue could potentially grow by 100% year over year if you tap into this market. And then looking at the viral launch analysis, you can see right here, it looks like a home run. There are no tips, warnings, or alerts. So this looks like a great market right away from the face value. So this would be another product. We'd add a few to cart, and then we'd actually go ahead and check out the overall market and do market research on this product now. So let's go ahead and check out how this market looks using the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. So immediately what I can see is all very low reviews. You can see only 2 listings have over 100 reviews, 4 listings have over 100 reviews. But even the listings with low reviews, you can see right here, 54 reviews doing $23,000 a month. 47 reviews doing $8,000 a month, 24 reviews doing $6,400 a month, 23 reviews doing almost $8,000 a month, 69 reviews doing almost $12,000 per month, and then the opportunity score is 7, high demand with medium competition. So these hula hoops look like a great market to potentially tap into. And then another thing I can see is when I'm scrolling down is on the average review rating, a lot of them have 4 stars, 3 stars right here, 3.5 stars, 4.5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. So this is also a great sign that the right product and the highest quality product hasn't yet been provided to the market. So this is a great sign immediately. So we would add this product to cart and then go ahead and do further market research. And then another thing is, while we're on this page, instead of just going and trying to find another product, why not go ahead and scrape every single seller that's on page 1? So that's exactly what I would do. And this is how you never run out of things to do product research on, because you just, you find a product or a search term, even if you don't find this market to be a good market, you could still scrape every single seller and then potentially find a ton of new products to do product research on. This looks like a great market. So again, I'd add a bunch of these products to cart, 999 track them, and then at the same time scrape every single seller. And then for the kids basketball hoop, 2 stars, looking at the detailed stats, average revenue of 18,000, average price of 50, but an average review count of over 300. So not a good sign, but before exiting out, why not go ahead and scrape every single seller on page 1 and potentially get a bunch of new products that do meet our criteria to do further product research on. So that's exactly what I would do, and that's what the best product researchers do, is they incorporate multiple product research strategies into one at the same time, and that's also how you never run out of product research and things to do product research on, is incorporating multiple product research strategies into each other at the same time. So we'll count this product out. Men earrings, we'll go ahead and check out the market. Looking at the detailed stats, page 1 listings, average revenue of $1,500, low price, so immediately we could count this product out. But at the same time, instead of just exiting out, why not scrape every single seller on this page again and then find even more products? If you go to keyword research, type in a keyword, get a bunch of different search terms. Let's say you pull up 4 different search terms on Amazon, and even if none of them look like good markets, if you scrape every single seller for all of those search terms, I guarantee that you'll find at least 1 or 2 potential products to do further product research on. Because a lot of times you'll find sellers that are selling thousands of products, and that's a great way to just find an entire database to actually do more product research on. So the hula hoops look great, so we would just add that to cart. The men's earrings did not look good, so we'll get rid of that. Embroidery hoops, we'll check this market out next. I don't think we've checked this out. And basketball hoop, we're going to get rid of basketball hoop. So embroidery earrings. Again, just pull up the viral launch market research and then go to the detailed statistics right here. So right away it's giving us a product idea score of 4 stars with a monthly search volume of 14.6 thousand monthly searches. So great signs right away. Looking at the average revenue, $3,586. So a little bit low on the revenue. Average price of $11.44, and then an average review count of 53.6 reviews. So a few things here. This is a good example because the average revenue does not meet our criteria, but this is criteria that I set for myself. It doesn't mean that everybody should set their criteria for 5,000 because maybe the margins are still high and you could be making $2,500 profit every single month off this product. So that's something to note, is even though the revenue is low, doesn't mean you should count it out. And looking at the price, even though it is a low price point, we would still want to do market research because of the average review count being so low. And we'd want to figure out if there's a way that we could bundle this item or make the item offer more in our listing, and then that way we could get our price a little bit higher because we only need to raise the price by $2 or $3 to start really seeing healthy margins and meet our criteria. And then looking at the monthly search volume, you can see 14.6 thousand monthly searches. So 14.6 thousand monthly searches is not reflective of $3,500 in revenue on average. So what that means is that the right product has not been offered to the market yet. So that is also another great sign because $3,500 does not reflect a search volume of 14.6 thousand monthly searches. So that's just something to take note of. And then looking at the average review rating, 3.99 stars, which also means that there's room for improvement. So this is also another great product. And then looking at the top 5 listings, you can see the average revenue is $58, so almost $6,000. Still price point a little bit low, but the average review count is still under 100. So another great sign. So we would just want to see if there's a way that we could bundle this product or add more to it so we could get the price point a little bit higher and figure out exactly what the market really wants. And then looking at the average review rating for the top 5 listings, again, it's less than 4 stars, which means that there's still tons of room to improve the product and provide the right product to the market. So we would go ahead and let's look at the Jungle Scout Chrome extension for this. See what Jungle Scout says. So immediately I'm seeing low reviews on the right. I'm seeing 3, 4, a few listings with over 100 reviews, but there are listings, right here, 35 reviews doing $4,700, 20 reviews doing $4,600, 14 reviews doing $5,300 with a price point of $15. So that's a good sign. So this would be a potential good product to look into again and do further market research on because there might be a way that we could improve the quality of the product as well as increase the price and sell something with a higher price point and then just kind of beat the competition that way. So we would then again add this product to cart, I-99 track the top 5 listings or just 5 to 10 listings on page 1 and then see if we could actually get any actual sales data. And then another thing you could do is while you're on this page, go ahead and scrape every single seller, and then I guarantee you would find at least 1 or 2 more products to do further research on. So we could see we found 3 potential products in less than 20 minutes, 30 minutes using this product research strategy. So this is exactly how I do it. And then if we were to go ahead and scrape these sellers on page 1 for these search terms, I guarantee we'd find a few more products. So this is exactly how we do product research using the keyword research viral launch software.